What is up, you guys? Welcome to session number 44. We are coming off a day after the Federal Reserve meeting. This is February 1st. And the Federal Reserve came out yesterday and they said they were going to unchange rates, and they weren't so confident in cutting rates in March. So we, are hopeful that they will the next meeting after March, and that will be in the April-May meeting, late April, early May. And, who knows, maybe data will change and they'll change their mind in March. But right now, Jerome Powell came out and says it's unlikely that they will be cutting rates in March. So based off that news, we're recovering. Dow climbs 200 points as Wall Street tries to recover from Fed sell-off. So let's dive into what we have going here. We also have earnings. We have Apple, Meta, and Amazon announcing earnings today after the bell. So here we go. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose Thursday following a dismal day for the major averages after the Federal Reserve held steady on rates, but signaled that a March cut is unlikely. Stocks did fall yesterday. The Dow fell 317. S&P slid 1.6%. And then we also had the NASDAQ losing around 2.2%. Its worst trading session since October. And right now we are recovering from that off the news, surprisingly, during earnings season too. So all this is based off the Federal Reserve. The market reacted quite negatively yesterday on that, but we are reacting positively today, and we will get into that. And then bond yields extended losses from Wednesday. Benchmark 10-year Treasury pulled back to a 1-month low, and it was lower, 3.86%. So that is the news. All right, guys, so let's dive into the chart now. So we're looking at Qs, NASDAQ ETF here, and we see it. We see on the 6-month here, we see it actually trying to recover back up to the 50-day here. We saw it really dive down below that 50-day moving average the last two trading sessions. And today, we are trying to make our way back up above that 50-day. And that's going to be, pretty tough as we have, Apple and Meta and Amazon really reporting earnings today. And we really need that boost to really bring that back up to the 50-day. We are actually, we want it to come down a little bit, down to around our average price here is 411, and we want it to come down. So we are actually going to pause again our QQQ position today. We did buy two more yesterday from that little sell-off there, but we see it recovering now. We want to kind of wait until after today's earnings to see where it goes, to where Qs go, if it's going to come down. If it does come down, we are going to be buying more then, and it's at a 421 range. We want it to come down around our average price, around 411 or below, to really start putting in heavily. Because we still have it trading at fair value, and it was at all-time highs at 429.85 on this chart. As you can see, it's a pretty great chart here with bouncing off the 200-day and the 50-day here, going up here towards the high. So we will see what happens. We have it here really bouncing off the 200-day. We'll see what happens here, if it goes down to the 200-day and bounces after this week's earnings, or if it continues to shoot up above that 50-day moving average there. So that is Qs. Let's go ahead and look at SPY here. And SPY is looking better because it's less volatile than Qs. Qs is more tech heavy, which can be more volatile. S&P have hovering around the 50-day moving average here, and it's right at that 50-day moving average in today's trading session. So we'll see what what SPY does there. So let's go into now the three stocks that we are looking that are reporting earnings today. So right now we have Apple really trading below that 200-day moving average with the 50-day testing it there. We have the 200-day at 190, and then we also have the trading price here at 186. So we're going to see if it, continues to go down, after their, supply and demand issues and a bunch of different, the Vision Pro. We were expecting better results from the Vision Pro and stuff like that. So we will see what happens with Apple today after earnings. We'll see what Tim Cook says in his earnings call. So that is Apple 6-month chart. Let's go ahead and look at Amazon now. Amazon is right above the 200-day moving average there, testing the 50-day, trading there at the 158 range with the 200-day at the 152 range there. So we'll see if it, pops up or if it comes down and tests that 200-day moving average. We also have Meta that is reporting today, and look at that. We have it really above, somewhat above that 50-day moving average there, and we'll see if it bounces off and goes above, or if we do see disappointing results today with Meta, and to see if we see it come down below that 50-day moving average. So we will keep an eye on these three stocks tomorrow and see if there is going to be a deal that presents itself tomorrow with Apple, Meta, or Amazon. All right, so we talked a little bit about the QQQ position. We are kind of pausing it today just to see what we see after today's earnings. We have a 10 shares total, 411 average price, market value 4,200. We're going to see, what it does today. Come back tomorrow. If it continues to come back down, which we're banking on, we are going to buy some more. So hoping we're seeing this in below 415 range. So we will see what happens with the QQQs here. And as I said, it tends to be more volatile than SPY here, if you could look. So if you look, a little more volatile. So now we're diving into the Palantir here, Palantir covered call position. Let's go ahead and look at the chart here. We are seeing Palantir at the 44, almost fair value range. We see it trading at the 1632. We have a cover call expiration at the February 9th at the 1850 range, and we don't see it really making moves right now. They do announce earnings February 5th and this coming Monday, and we'll see if it really pops up then. It's not really in the news right now. We have, major tech companies in the news based off their earnings. So we're going to see what happens on Monday after their earnings call and see if it makes a pop up. We believe it's going to pop up, to the $18 range. We'll see what happens. They need to announce killer earnings like they have been. And if they don't, we can see it, come back down towards the $15 range, which would, hurt us a little bit. We would probably buy more at that point, just to lower our average price to continue to do cover calls. But we would really like it to be in the 18 range, not to the 1850 strike, but right before it by February 9th. So that's the update on the Palantir position. Now we are going to be diving into the $10 buy of the day. And, we looked at Apple, Meta, and Amazon, and we didn't really see deals right now. They seem to be pretty stable right now. If we go down to look at our stocks that are down, we only have a couple of them here that are down. And we look at Lockheed Martin. We just bought this stock not too long ago. It's trading at the 40 RSI. We have Ford trading at 67. We have Starbucks at 42. We have Zoom at 30. So this is looking good to us right now in oversold values there. And then we have PayPal at 43. So this is an easy decision, guys. We have Zoom trading at 31. We see it really trading below that 50-day moving average there. At the 200 being 69.80, 50-day being 68.04, and then with the trading price being 64.76. So let's go ahead and lock in a $10 buy of Zoom. uncheck stop loss, uncheck take profit. Let's go ahead and lock in an order quantity of 015442. Let's go ahead and lock that in for Zoom. All right, so that is, we got filled at 64.75. So that's what we got filled at with Zoom. You know, really trading in oversold value there. We were really seeing it come down, trying to make its way down to the low there at 58.88 on this chart. So that is $10 by the day. All right, guys, so that wraps up trading session number 44. We pretty much went over, you know, reaction to the Fed. We went over, you know, Apple, Amazon, and Meta announcing earnings today. Went over our QQQ position, went over buy of the day, went over Palantir position, cover call position. And that wraps up trading session number 44. All right, guys, so if you guys are not subscribed here yet, please consider subscribing, smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Till next time, guys, hit the outro.